Hello everybody, I'm Iatreface, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing how to use Festifir effectively in the Loomian Legacy Battle Coliseum. And I want to apologize for how late this is getting up. I realize there's only about 1 day left in the event, and I should have gotten this up sooner, but there were many complications in getting how to use Wobblist recorded, which was coming before this, so obviously this got put back. And I also apologize for how low quality this video is compared to the other how to use videos. I've just pretty much run out of time. I just need to throw something out there, huh? But anyway, that's not the point. Let's get right into it. So first off, let's take a look at what Festifir has to offer. An Ice Plant type, god-awful defensive typing. Holy crap, one of the worst. You're weak to like 6 things. Pretty much all of them are relevant in the meta. And so yeah, that's not good. Its secret ability is Regift. When targeted by a support move, it'll bounce back. Great ability, but awful on Festifir because, well, this is more of a defensive ability, and, well, your defensive utility is generally your defensive utility is heavily tied to your defensive typing, and your defensive typing is awful. So, yeah, don't, oof. Its other ability is Chill. Your typeless moves become Ice type, and their power is buffed by 20%. So that's really good because, you know, it's going to be offensive. It really can't be used defensively when you have a typing like that. And it has Raging Tackle, so that's going to be that's the single strongest ice move in the game at this point. The second, this raises Raging Tackle up to 144 power. The next strongest ice move is Ice Hammer at 95. So, yeah, big difference there. Anyway, let's get into its stats. Base 113 HP. Very, a very nice HP stat to have. Provides a nice general bulk. 90 energy. Puts you at 249 energy at level 50, completely uninvested. And since everything should be having 4 energy invested into energy due to, how the math plays out in the stats, it'll have 250 energy at level 50, which is a very coveted energy tier to have. The more, if you can have 250 energy with less investment, that's great. 250 is generally the tier things try to hit. Base attack of 119 paired with your Raging Tackle, you're going to be hitting like a truck. Highest ice type damage in the game right here. Melee defense of 56, garbage. Paired with your defensive typing, garbage. You're not taking a melee hit, especially not a super effective one. Rage attack, irrelevant really, because look, 119 compared to 44. Come on, this is a no-brainer. 88 range defense provides some nice natural bulk with its HP. That's good. It needs to be able to take some kind of hit with its garbage speed tier here at 22. It's tied with Krakaloa for the slowest thing in the game. So yeah, those are its stats. So, the set I would want to use is something with Brawny Sluggish. You can run a Brawny Clumsy. I prefer Brawny Sluggish because its primary utility will be in Bane of Haste, which, if you don't know, when it's active, the slower Loomians move first, which is cool because it's tied for this as the slowest Loomian in the game, or fully evolved Loomian in the game. You want Chill 100%. There's no other ability you'd want to run on this thing. This is pretty much it. Moveset wise, Earthquake, Raging Tackle are always going to be on it 120%. Ice and Earth have pretty much unresisted coverage in the game at the moment, so you hit everything neutrally. So yeah, that's great. You can run. As for your other moves, you can run Bushwhack and Rejuvenate, or Icicle Trap over one or the other. The reason you could not run, you could choose not to run Bushwhack is because, well, Bushwhack is weak, and yeah, you're not going to be hitting anything too hard with it. Defensive Luminami doesn't care. Cephalops gets it all back with Soul Drain. Garlash is about the only thing that takes permanent damage from it, but it will OHKO you with Mega Chomp anyway, so that's fun. So again, you could run Icicle Trap to force damage upon the opposing team as they swap out. Set-wise, don't look at these TPs. Well, I guess it's already too late for those that just want to screenshot the TPs and run away. But you know, for the 5 people that actually listen to the video, don't run this. I don't have a trained one, mainly because before it used to not have chill. It used to have clingy, which was an awful ability for it. This used to be the ability of choice, and well, it's not anymore. So I don't have one to be trained. I'm going to be hunting one later today. That'll be live, so that'll be fun. But TP wise, you want 192 HP. 200 gives you even HP, so 192 gives you that odd HP, so that your percent based chip damage is rounded down. Energy, just run 4. That's all you really need. I don't feel like it needs to be going crazy with any kind of energy creep. 200 melee attack, hit as hard as possible with that raging tackle. That's pretty basic. And then 104 range defense, just to give it, just to improve its bulk a little bit. That's pretty much it. And if you're trying to use it in Bane of Haste with a Brawny Sluggish, I highly recommend hunting for one with 0 speed. 0 speed. People are like, oh, you don't need it because it's already the slowest thing in the game. Well, this is more of a future-proofing thing. More future-proofing. You want to be as slow as possible in case something close to the speed tier comes out in the future. So, yeah. Try and get yourself one as closest to 0 as possible. 1 will also, if it's 1, it'll also work in level 50 battles. 0 and 1 will have the same speed stats, so there you go. But yeah, those are the TPs. Item of choice, probably going to want to run Ice Essence just to crank up that raging tackle damage as high as possible. You could also run Energy Orb so that you could be hitting more moves before you have to rest, which is very good for this thing because it doesn't want to be taking too many hits because it's weak to a lot of them. It's weak to what? It's like 6 typings: Toxic, Brawler, Bug, Metal, Fire, and something. Oh, Dark. There we go. Yeah, you don't want. Those are all very common in the meta. So yeah, that's pretty much the set. How you can use this thing, how you can get it into the battle. 3 things in the game it can come in on very safely 100% of the time. To Clips, cannot touch it. Gamma Pulse, immune. Gluminous Roar, immune. Raging Howl, resisted. Avitross, Nosedive, resisted. Thunder Crash, resisted. Alaguana, Thunder Strike, resisted. Gamma Pulse, immune. For the people that run Earthquake, you resist that too. So there you go. Those are pretty much the only 3 you get 100% free entry on. Everything else has the potential to hit you very hard. So there you go. These are the freest of entries. Now, with your Ice Essence, you can break through even Stratosaur and Malamurk with your Raging Tackle. 2-hit KO, easy. So this is kind of a wall breaker, which is good because Stratosaur is annoying, Malamurk is annoying. You can also break through things like Alaguana, but again, you're abusing that for your ability to get into the battle. But yeah, that's pretty much its main points of interest. Can come in on these 3, knock things like these out, like this out in 2 hits. Obviously, it knocks other things out like Setimars and other Ice Weak things, and then you also have Earthquake to hit things like Blowtox. So there you go. Team options. You want to run it in Bane of Haste majority of the time. And Icicle here is by far the best Bane of Haste setter in the game at the moment. It has Icicle Trap, it has Health Gift, it has other utility in either Barter, Hypnotize, etc. And it can actually hit Stratosaur on the Switch. If they're trying to block hazards, you can actually hit it on the Switch with Thunder Chomp. So that's pretty cool. You also, yeah, Health Gift to help get in your abuser safely. So yeah, Icicle is just the best hazard or Bane of Haste user. Ferroglyph can also work very well because it's actually able to function outside of Bane of Haste as well, threatening other things out to get your Bane of Haste up safely. So yeah, those are options for Bane of Haste. Probably want to run both of them on a Bane of Haste team because you need multiple setters. Other things you want things that can inflict chip damage either through ability, status, or hazards, and Blowtox has all 3 of them. Sharp Edges will punish contact moves, have Icicle Trap for hazards, and you have Poison to inflict status just to break things down for Festifir to come in later and just nuke. Yeah, Obsidian there for general melee bulk because you're super weak to melee. Oof. Things that'll give Festifir problems, besides the everything that has coverage to kill it, things of note are ironically, the water types. Loomian generally runs a more melee-based set nowadays with Mega Chomp, can threaten you with that. Bushwhack on a melee defensive variant, doesn't 2-hit KO. That's fun. Cephalops, you'll 2-hit KO most of the time, but it doesn't matter because Soul Drain's going to be nuking you. And Garlash, again, 2-hit KOing, but Mega Chomp will OHKO you, so you need to be wary of the water types, which is unfortunate for Festifir being a plant type. Ursul is another thing worth mentioning because Terrifying will lower its attack and it resists Raging Tackle. And then things that you're just never going to kill include Obsidian and Mutagon. Obsidian walls almost every single melee attacker in the game, let's be real. Mutagon resists Raging Tackle, which is pretty much your primary point of damage, and has very high melee defense, so yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. And threatens you with super effective moves. You know, Mega Punch will kill you, like twice over. So yeah, those are kind of the things you need to watch out for. Also, if you want to run, if you're trying to run it outside of Bane of Haste, again, not the best idea, but you might want to run Health Gift on your team just because it will be taking a lot of damage through Raging Tackle recoil and actually having to take hits from the opposing Loomians. Health Gift will restore it back up to full HP so it can, you know, get another shot at it later. Gabademic, probably the best Health Gifter in the game. So yeah, there you go. One other point of mention, I guess I should say, is Zulong is something else it can come in on. It won't be 2-hit KO'd by anything other than a Blaze Chomp, which most aren't running at the moment, so yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it on this thing. Yeah, try and use in Bane of Haste, bust some walls up, and run Health Gift if you're not on Bane of Haste. That's pretty much it when it comes to this thing. Also, cover all those stupid weaknesses. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I'll have a showcase up after the event because, well, I need to grind the event to get this thing. I don't have one yet. And again, I'll be live later today hunting it. And if you want to be notified for that, make sure you subscribe and have notifications turned on. If you enjoyed the video despite its lack of quality, make sure you leave a like, helps me out a lot. Yeah, I'll see you all in another video. See ya.